Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something absolutely crucial for your career. We're breaking down the massive shift happening in tech right now through Ocon Raphael's highly requested 2026 Smart Front-End Roadmap. Look, if you're still learning front-end development like it's 2020, you gotta stop right now. We're gonna show you exactly how to pivot, adapt, and become completely irreplaceable in today's market. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with a little reality check here. Just a few years back in 2020, mastering HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and just manually coding everything, that was totally enough. But fast forward to 2026, and the game has completely changed. It's all about building smart, fast, and heavily AI-integrated experiences. The shift from just, mechanical typing to intelligent creation is mind-blowing. Doing things the old way, yeah, that just won't cut it anymore.
So to help you navigate all this, we've got an ultimate 6-step survival guide for the AI era. We're going to cover the 2026 front-end reality check, mastering core web foundations, picking one modern framework, AI integration in smart tools, building smart creative projects, and finally, the 2026 developer mindset. All right, kicking things off with step 1, the 2026 front-end reality check, or why you need to stop coding like it's 2020.
Here's the thing. Just knowing the basics and slapping on a simple framework isn't going to cut it anymore. Why? Because AI tools and really complex, performance-heavy frameworks have totally raised the bar. Things like SEO, performance optimization, and design thinking are now front and center. So, the crucial point here is this. The goal is not to learn everything, but to learn smartly. To survive and thrive alongside AI, we have to stop trying to just memorize syntax and start investing our time strategically.
Which brings us to step 2, mastering core web foundations. These are your non-negotiable basics.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because no matter how advanced AI gets, a rock-solid foundation is absolutely mandatory. The progression here is actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, you master the HTML5 and CSS3 foundation. Step 2, you command upgraded JavaScript ES6+ logic models, and finally, instead of drowning in an ocean of options, the absolute smartest move is to pick just one CSS framework. Think Tailwind or Bootstrap, and just master that one thing. Don't waste time on all of them. This foundational core, it's the one thing that will never change.
Moving right along to step 3, pick one modern framework to literally command the market.
Despite all the crazy rapid changes in tech lately, React remains the undisputed champion. We're talking massive volume of job openings across giant enterprise companies and tiny startups alike. But to truly stand out right now, you absolutely have to pair React with an understanding of modern ecosystems, specifically Next.js. Figuring out how React and Next.js work together is basically an insurance policy for your career right now, just because the market demand is so overwhelmingly huge.
Okay, now we're getting to the really fun stuff. Step 4, AI integration and smart tools. Think of these as your new superpowers. Make no mistake, integrating AI is the defining trend of 2026. It is just incredible to think about building apps that seamlessly pull in OpenAI APIs or utilize Hugging Face models right into your front-end code. Imagine crafting a portfolio, right? Instead of just listing your skills on a boring page, you build a custom AI search bar. A recruiter pops in, types, "Hey, what can this developer do with React?" And your integrated AI actually searches your portfolio and answers them dynamically. Or picture building custom AI image generator tools yourself. That is exactly the kind of active, real-world demonstration that makes employers stop scrolling and pay attention.
Now, what's really interesting about this next breakdown is the massive contrast between hard work and smart work. For instance, leaning into code generation with tools like Bolt.new, Cursor, or V0, literal game changer. Translating designs is no longer this tedious, manual chore thanks to Figma code tools like Locify and Anima. Add in GitHub Copilot as your daily coding assistant and Vercel for effortless deployments, and suddenly, you're transitioning from a basic coder into a powerful director of technology. Leveraging this specific smart toolkit is going to save you an unbelievable amount of time.
Which naturally leads us into step 5, build smart, creative projects. The mantra here is absolutely quality over quantity.
And this brilliantly illustrates the new reality. Because AI is basically everywhere now, the baseline for projects has fundamentally shifted. Cranking out 10 standard generic to-do apps? Yeah, that just doesn't carry the weight it used to. Instead, focusing your energy on building just one powerful, highly creative,
AI-infused project is so much more impactful. It proves you can weave all these modern capabilities together to solve actual, complex problems. And honestly, that is exactly what hiring managers are desperately looking for.
Finally, we reach our last step, Step 6, the 2026 developer mindset. And spoiler alert, this goes way beyond the code itself.
At the end of the day, how you think and operate in this ultra-competitive market is literally everything. A 2026 front-end developer is a creative problem solver. They're an AI collaborator. Let's be real, companies don't want someone who just mechanically writes code from a Jira ticket and tosses it over the fence anymore. They want a designer, a thinker, a problem solver who uses AI as a collaborative partner to build just incredible user experiences.
So how do you actually embody this daily? Well, it requires a serious focus on writing clean, reusable code, all while keeping accessibility and performance top of mind. But beyond the front-end code, understanding basic back-end APIs and heavily collaborating with those AI tools we talked about really bridges the gap. And here's perhaps the most surprising takeaway for a lot of people: the sheer power of your online presence. Sharing what you learn on GitHub and other platforms is basically your modern resume. Seriously, it often becomes the deciding factor between two equally skilled developers because it proves your passion and your ability to communicate.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one really provocative question. Are you building for 2020, or are you truly ready for 2026? There has never been a better time to drop those outdated habits, lock in that solid HTML and CSS foundation, master Next.js, and fully embrace this ultimate smart toolkit with OpenAI and Cursor. The future of front-end development is wild, and it's incredibly exciting for those who are ready to adapt. Thanks so much for exploring this with me. Now get out there and start building the future.